Hello, this lesson is on irregular plurals. Now, plurals are words that mean more than one. We have singular words that mean one, like cat, and a plural would be cats, more than one. Now, most nouns become plural when you just add an S, like what I just said. Cat would be singular, and if we added an S, cats would become plural. You can say I have one cat, or you can say I have 5 cats. The cats would be plural. Let's look at desk. I can have one desk, or I can have 20 desks in my classroom, and all I have to do is add an S to make it plural. I can have one bag, or I can have 3 bags of popcorn. If I add an S, it becomes plural. And I can have one frying pan, or I can have 2 frying pans. If I add an S, that becomes plural. Those are easy and those are regular. Other nouns have different spelling rules when we're making them plural. We're not just going to add an S, it gets a little bit more complicated. Words that end in SS, X, Z, CH, or SH, we're going to add ES to. So box would become boxes. I have one box, or I have 10 boxes, and you can even hear the sound difference. You can kind of hear the S, boxes. We could have one watch, or we can have 4 watches. You can hear a buzz, or you can hear several buzzes. You can give one kiss, or you can give several kisses. That's how you make kiss become plural. You can wash one dish, or you can wash all of the dishes. So there are some words we have to add ES to make plural. Nouns ending in a consonant plus Y have a different rule. We're going to change the Y to an I, and we're going to add ES. Like in the word baby, if we want to make that plural, we have to take away the Y completely. We're going to get rid of it, and we're going to add IES. So baby becomes babies, and it's spelled like this. Cherry, we're going to drop the Y, and we're going to add IES. So cherry becomes cherries. Penny, we're going to drop the Y with, and penny becomes pennies. I have many pennies, that's plural. Fly, we're going to drop the Y, and we're going to add ES. So fly becomes flies when it's plural, and that's how it's spelled. For some words that end in O, we're going to add ES. Like potato, if I made 4 potatoes for my family, that would be plural, and we would add ES. You can like one hero, or you can like several heroes. We're going to add ES to make plural. We can have 1 tomato, or 2 tomatoes, ES to make it plural. And I might hear an echo, or I might hear several echoes. We add ES. However, for some words ending in O, we just add S. And there's no particular rule to this, it's just something we have to remember. Like radio, if you had more than one, becomes radios. You don't add ES, you just add S. Photo, you just add S to make plural. I saw many photos. That would be the plural way to spell that. Now for some words that end in F, we're going to change the F to a V and then add ES. So if you said I saw one wolf, that would be singular, or I saw many wolves, what you're going to do is you're going to drop the F completely like we did with the Y earlier. So WOL, and we're going to add VES. So wolf becomes wolves. Leaf, you're going to drop the F, and leaf in its plural form would be leaves. Elf, we're going to drop the F. Elf in its plural form would be elves. I saw many elves. Loaf, like a loaf of bread, we're going to drop the F, I bought 2 loaves of bread at the store. That would be the plural form. But there are some that you just add s to. And I know that's confusing, but there's just exceptions to many of the rules. So chef would be chefs. I saw a lot of chefs in the kitchen. And cliff would become cliffs. You're just going to add an s to those words. Now, nouns ending in IFE, we're going to change the F to a V and add S. So wife, remember we're going to take away the F and we're going to add a V, and then at the end we're going to add an S. So wife becomes wives. I saw a lot of wives at the store. Knife, we're going to drop the F and we're going to add a V and then an S at the end of the word. So knife becomes knives. There were many knives in the drawer. Some nouns are the same in both the singular and the plural form. So if you said, I saw 1 fish in the lake, or I saw 100 fish in the lake, it's going to stay the same. We don't say fishes, we don't say fishies, you still say fish. For deer, stays the same. I saw many deer in the forest. You wouldn't say deers, you would just say deer. And for sheep, same thing. I saw 3 sheep in the pasture, stays the same. You don't say sheeps, it's just sheep. And for some nouns, we're going to change the word completely to make it plural. Like child, we're not going to drop a letter, we're not going to add a letter, we're going to completely change the word. Child would become children. I saw 10 children at the playground. Foot is going to become feet. I have 2 feet. Tooth will become teeth. I have many teeth in my mouth. And mouse will become mice. I saw some mice scurrying along the road. Now let's try to use the rules that we discussed to fill in some blanks here. He put his shoes on his blank. Well, we wouldn't say he put his shoes on his foot. We would say he put his shoes on his feet. I set the table with 4, we wouldn't say knives, we would say knives. Now that's the rule where you have to drop the F and add the V and the S at the end. He has 10 pennies in his piggy bank. Now it sounds the same, but you wouldn't keep the Y. Remember, you're going to drop the Y, and whenever you drop the Y, you're going to change it to IES. He has 10 pennies in his piggy bank. There were several children, not childs, there were several children playing in the park. Let's do some more. There were 3 blank in my backyard. If I saw 3 deer in my backyard, I wouldn't say deers, I would say deer. She saw some blank run from the cat. Well, mice would make sense there. She saw some mice run from the cat, not mouses. I picked 5 tomatoes off the vine. Now remember, tomatoes, sometimes when it ends in O, you just add ES. And the blank fell off the tree, the leaves fell off the tree. Not leaves or leafus, the leaves. So we're going to drop that F and we're going to change the F to a V and we're going to add ES. That is the end of our lesson today on irregular plurals.